Salam, my brothers and sisters. It's your girl Camry. So something told me to pull out the camera today, and I'm only pulling out the camera so dusting this room. So I'm in my prayer room. Um, I want to talk about like feeling lonely in your 20s, and it don't even have to be your 20s. This can be for a teen also. I know in my late teenage years, I started to feel this way, and the feeling has not changed because when you grow, when you get closer to the Lord, you start to see who's meant to be in your life and who's meant to not be in your life. So when I was a teenager and when I was a kid, the friends that I invited to my circle or the friends that I did have in my circle, I felt like that was friends, that was love. But as the years progressed, I knew that that was not love. Them was not the kind of friends that I needed to have around me. So if you notice, people with like big friend groups, it's out of that friend group, it's probably one or two of the realest people that's actually like drained, stressed, depressed, and that's the reason why they keep those kind of friends around to hide their pain or to feel fulfilled or satisfied and comfort and etc. But me, on the other hand, it's like if I'm not drinking, smoking, partying, uh, lusting over men, uh, I can't keep friends. Like nowadays, you have to be, turned, young and turned, um, showing yourself too much to even have friends. Once you get closer to the God and once you have respect and standards, it's like people don't like that. Like it low key pushes them away. And not just friends, family also. I have so many female cousins. I have so much guy cousins. And I'm not gonna lie, majority of them did have kids, they have their own life, but they still make time for strangers, which is their friends. But like on the other hand, I don't get affected by it anymore. I used to, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't. I just be like, dang, like here I am, the age of 27 years old, like friendless, familyless, cousinless, like what the heck? Like even my own siblings. I lost a brother about 2.5 years ago. May Allah help him reach one of the highest levels in Jannah. I pray for my brother every day. I pray that he in one of the highest levels in Jannah because he was still young. He still had a lot to learn. He still had a lot to learn. And Allah is a forgiving God, and I have faith and trust in Allah. He is our protector. He's the most gracious. He's the most merciful. And that's all we have to think when it comes to Allah. And when we lose people, we have to think of their good deeds, and we have to think of Allah's fraternal, everlasting good deeds. So I have a brother, older brother that passed away a while ago, and his death really showed me a lot. Like not one cousin checked up on me and asked me how I'm doing, which is I don't expect them to because before he passed, the relationship was off with our family. But at the same time, I just be looking at it if it was me that seen one of their siblings pass, I would like check up on them, try to do stuff with them, etc. But not everybody think like you. Not everybody have a wise mind like you. Not everybody is pure hearted like you, and that's things that I'm still learning to this day. Right. So fast forward, I had lots of friends in middle school, uh, high school, but like I said, at the ending of my teenage years, when I chose a different route, when I found Allah, it's like it pushed a lot of people away. And then on top of it, jealousy came about it with everything too, in a sense. I never really felt like I had a friend that I could like sit and laugh with, touch feet with, watch movies with, help her pick out an outfit with no jealousy, and she helped me pick out an outfit with jealousy. Like I never had that, and if I did, it was always something that she picked on about me. Like for instance, um, if I don't post a picture with her as much, it's a problem. I don't want to hurt nobody to see her with me, or I'm not being a supportive friend, or that case. And when I did have a friend that brought that to my attention, I checked myself and said, you know what? this friend do post me a lot. Let me start posting her a lot. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not that social media kind of girl. I'm not the girl that sit and like goes or do things for social media. I've never been that kind of girl. Um, and then honestly, I'd be scared to post females on my page, only for the simple fact is that I don't want to have regrets. Like I don't want to post you and then you slime me out or you do something that make me question or make me just feel stupid and make me feel bad. Like we all make mistakes. We all have to go through disloyal people, loss of trust and all that. But I'm at the age where I'm tired of it. I'm tired of that. I met up with a friend, an old friend recently. I had caught up with her at Kroger in Gehenna last summer, and we kept in contact ever since. And she was like one of my first friends I met in high school. She didn't give me hater vibes or nothing, but she was very needy and very short-minded. Like if I was close with a guy and we would be laughing and she would come and I know what me and him laughing about, she'd think that we talking about her. She just thought very short. And her and her sister brought a lot of drama to my life. Like her sister went to school with us and her sister would always try to fight me over her little sister, why her little sister telling her lies and not telling her majority of the truth and not telling her that she's actually tripping and Kashana is a good friend. Um, she just always made our friendship a big thing, like a big drama. So we fell out when I was probably about when we was probably about I want to say 18, 17. Me and her fell out completely and we just had started back talking when I was 26 years old, which was last year. And she didn't even walk up to me in Kroger. I walked up to her because we fell off. When we fell out, she had asked me for my opinion, and I had gave her my opinion. She didn't like it, and she just completely vanished me. Like she had stopped talking to me, and I had stopped talking to her for the simple fact is that it's like, okay, you asking me to be real. I'm being real with you, and you don't like it, and you making me feel bad. So some relationships you don't have to go chase after. You just have to leave them where they at, and that's what I did. I had left that relationship we was at. But like I said, last year when I seen her, we tried it. We tried to work on our friendship and be back close, cause she was my best friend. She wasn't just a friend. But recently she was showing me like jealous signs, and I was thinking like, why didn't I notice this from the beginning? Why am I just now at the age of 27 noticing that this girl was jealous of me the whole time? So I'm not gonna put too much of her business out there. Um, Everywhere we go, we went to Olive Garden. We went to heck of restaurants. I took her out multiple places. I will pay for the simple fact is that I know you down bad right now. I hope you got a pure heart as if when you come back, like when you get your money back together, you will at least show me something, even though I'm not going to accept it. Because us Muslims, we do things from the kindness of our heart. And I would never accept something from somebody that just got back on their feet. You get what I'm saying? But I just wanted to see how real she was. So I took her out like 4 times. Not to mention, one of the times was red flag. We went to the movies. I paid for me and her way. As we sitting down, she's ordering her some pretzels with cheese sticks, something like that. And I had looked at her, and she had her nails done and everything. And I'm like, I thought you didn't have no money. She was like, I don't. I only have $40. I'm not asking her where did she get it from or none of that because it's not my business. I just left that where it was at. But that was a huge red flag. I was like raising an eye with that situation. So I'm like, hey, Kashana, maybe you tripping. Maybe, her family member, somebody could get that to her. But she did not offer me food. Do you get what I'm saying? So boom, I had let that go. Cause me, I'm real. Like I feel like people that stay to themselves, that do like spiritual cleanses, that they're very real. Like they're real because once you stay to yourself, you be very aware of personalities, body languages, etc., and all of the above. And I'm too smart when it comes to that. Relationships always been smart. Friendships always been smart. Like I just know. So I had just let that go. I had let that just go, like slide. I let it slide. So recently, I've been going through a lot. I'm not gonna lie, yo, I've been going through so much. It's been like a life change, like in a sense. So I really needed a friend. Me, I don't have friends for real, and I don't tell everybody my business because Some people would pray over your heartbreak or the situation that you're going through to make it worse, right? And as long as we call people like that, it'd be like shaitan on their shoulder, like trying to control them to do evil things or have evil ways towards a good-hearted person. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should hit my friend up because I feel like she's probably the most genuine one in my life right now. And not to mention, I have a lot of siblings, but I didn't even think this way of them. I thought this way of her. Like, I could hit her up and she could like tell me her point of view and give me some advice on what I should do. At least make me feel like I have an ear, because when you hold a lot of things in, you explode one time. And when you feel so lonely and emptyless, like that's the worst feeling ever, right? So me and her, she wanted to go skating, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, the situation that I'm going through, skating will not make me happy. It will actually make me like seem standoffish. I need to do something that's like more calmer, something that we can look at, take pictures, and just something like modern, like mature, because we're both pushing 30. Like, skating, I feel like that's something that you do, like when you have that, like that high energy. Like, my energy has been low. I don't have that to do at the moment. You know what I mean? So I'm telling her, like, no, I feel like we should go to this glow theme. It's basically like statue decorations, but the inside is so pretty, and they have like mirrors all around. Like, it was like a pretty place. It was so beautiful. So I'm like, well, I feel like we should go there just to, you know, get our mind right, and just like take pictures with each other and eat and just have something smooth to do. That's just something that I wanted to do. I feel like that was better to do than skating, because if we would have went skating, I'm not gonna lie, my energy wouldn't have been how it should have been, and I did not want no problems between me and her. So after me and her do that, before me and her went there, the day before, I had told her, like, listen, it costs $30 a adult to get in. I don't know if you have the money, but I'm just letting you know. And she was like, okay. Like, she just had text me, okay. She didn't text me like, I got that or nothing. She just was like, okay. So I'm like, all right. That's good. One stress relief off of me, because, y'all, I've been through this before. I have friends that I had to take care of more than that before, and it's draining, because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, when somebody keep taking from you and they know that they don't got it, they have to think around something. You get what I'm saying? Like, eventually they will start to use you. And I just don't got the time and energy to go through that anymore, because I know my worth. I know that I should not settle by getting used by no female. You're not my man. You're just a friend. I took you out a couple times to get air and pay for it. Like, show me something. Even when you going through stuff, I sat here and made you feel alive again. You know what I mean? I sat here and made you know that there's more to life. There's the Lord. There's Allah. He's with us. He's working with us each and every day. The weak is not for the strong. Allah don't like weak people. I put people back on their feet, but when it comes to Kashana, it's like everybody like to see me down, in a sense. So it's like when I told this girl that she had to pay her way, all hell broke loose. I was the bad guy. After that, her vibe was off. So I picked her up. Not to mention, every time I pick her up, anybody can walk up to my car and expect, oh, this is an Uber, hop in my back seat or anything. You get what I'm saying? It's not good to keep your friend waiting, especially when I'm driving 20-something minutes away to come get you from the kindness of my heart. You get what I'm saying? So we go to the place. She get inside the car. Her vibe was off. Like, she wasn't talking to me like she normally do. It was just off, completely off. So I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe I'm tripping. I focus on body language too much. I'm tripping. So we get to the place. She's like standoffish, like far from me. Like, she's not trying to walk with me. She's like, every time I try to take a picture of like the decorations inside of the place, she will, like, the statues, the neon statues. I have to remember the name, and then I'm gonna put it down in the comments below. But every time I would take the pictures of the place, she would like get in the way of my pictures where like she is shown in the pictures. And that was a huge red flag. And she kept doing it. She kept doing it. It was even like moments when I would be like, hey, could you take a picture of me? And she would ignore me. Instead, he'd be on her phone and be like, like just being like a little kid in a sense. So after that, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like I am ready to go. That's how I start feeling. I'm like, we have to leave. Because if we don't leave, she just gonna take me there. And me, I'm the type of person, like I said, if I was friends with you years ago and we fell out for some specific reasons, I'm not about to sit here and tell you what you're doing wrong as a female, as a friend. You know what you're doing. Y'all remember that people be knowing what they doing. People be knowing what they doing. They just be trying to act blinded and not, they be trying to act mute to things, but they be knowing what they be doing. Women, we know what we do. If I'm acting shady towards a friend, 100%, I know what I'm doing, and I'm doing that because I want to do that, and that's not okay because that's basically you hanging around somebody that you do not like, but you're around them for what? That's sick. That's not genuine. That's like that's heat. That's fire that you playing with right there. So we wasn't even in that place for an hour, like because like I said, the place wasn't as big. It was just like probably 5 rooms of nice modern looking statue decorations, designs and stuff. It was really somewhere where you like have fun. You can go there with like a partner, and if you're in a relationship, or like a female friend, a group of friends, if you're like modern things, and just laugh, take pictures, um you know, just being in that modern stage in a sense. I don't even know what I'm saying, but you guys know what I'm saying. So after we did that, she was like, we got in the car, and I'm like, dang, like I don't even know if this was worth $30, but I'm like, yeah, it was worth $30 because like that was a memory, like that was something that I took off my task, like that's something different. Like it's good to do different things that you never did before because you could say like, okay, that's different. I did it. Like once you get older, you should like to experience like new things. You should like to do different things. And that's how my mindset was. I'm like, okay, like that's something that I took off my task. Like I did it, you know? So I felt good about it at the end. Tell me why this girl gonna get in the car and she gonna be like, oh, I wasted my money. I didn't want to go in the first place. Excuse me? Excuse me? You wasted your money. What about the freaking $300-400 that I've been spending on you if you add it all up? But since you have to pay for yourself that one and only time, you wasted your money. So I let that go by. Drive us where we gotta go. And I just be wanting her to feel like she's still living because like I said, she don't have a car or nothing. So we go to the dollar store, we go to Kroger. She's just still standoffish as it is. So I drops her off. We talk a little bit in the car. She feel like more warm since we talking, and I tell her like the situation that I'm going through. I'm like, yeah, to be honest, I'm going through a lot. Cause she was like, your nails is really like thin. Like, are you okay? Are you eating? Like, I'm like, to be honest, I'm going through a lot. I don't know what to do. I'm just going through a lot. I'm so stressed. I'm so down. I haven't told you this because I don't like people in my business, but I just had to let it out. And that's why they say never tell nobody your business. If you're going through something, talk to God about it. Because guess what? Allah don't like mockery. Allah don't like gossip. He don't like when you going through something and people will sit here and take your situation as a comic or as a laugh journal in their eyes, right? So she's sitting there like acting like she's concerned. It was like, no, I can't believe you're going through this. I feel so sorry. I'm always here for you. There's still a life. This is not the end of the world. Best this and that. And she making me feel like loved. And I'm like, okay, that's what I need to hear. Like, okay, I'm starting to make you feel like you still living, right? Because some people lose themselves completely. So after me and her have this conversation, I'm like, okay, cool. So 2 days later, I'm just going through it more. I'm going through it more. So I call her. And she act irritated. She act annoyed. Like she like that I'm down in a moment. She act like I'm going through this certain situation. So this girl gonna sit here and tell me she dry with it. And that's how y'all know that I'm a real woman, because I could be telling y'all like everything she was saying, and y'all would really be like, oh, I would have cussed her out, this and that. But I'm so humble and I'm so real to Allah is that I leave everything the way people treat me. I just let them treat me that way and I let Allah handle them, right? So after she talking to me like a piece of crap, like my situation don't mean anything to her, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry for telling you my business. I'm sorry for trying to hear out a friend. It's just this the reason why I don't tell people my business. That's the end of it. Basically, I don't want nothing to do with you, and that is what it is. Click, blocked her from my phone. No, she tried to. I kept her unblocked for like 10, 20 minutes because, no, longer than that, like an hour or two. Because at that time, I just was like going through it. I had a model audition on Zoom later on that day. After that, like 2 hours later go by, she called me. Like she let it ring 3 times, but she hurt to hang up because she knew she was wrong. After that, I just blocked her because I was like, okay, this girl was using me the whole time. She did not care about like my situation. She actually loved that I'm going through this. Why would I still have her around me? Why? So she can do something else that would hurt me more, and then it would be my fault. I have to let her go. So after that, I had blocked her, blocked her out of my life, and that just made me completely more aware of my surroundings, right? So through all this, I reached out to my mom, to family members, to like just see their point of view on things, and I still don't feel fulfilled. I just feel so alone, y'all. And the way that I feel alone is crazy because it make me feel dark in a sense. Like it make me feel like I'm the problem. Like I push everybody away. Like it make me think like when I exist, when I walk in a room, I just throw off all the vibes. Like I don't know. Like I always felt like this, but the feeling is getting worse, 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 worse. I don't want to talk too much about my family because, like I said, y'all, I could just sit here and just, run a lot of stuff down, but I'm too real. And all I gotta say is like basically, if you have people in your life that's treating you the certain that's treating you the way that that friend treated me or a cousin that's treating you that way, just stay far from them. Sometimes even family, you have to block them, you have to cut them off because some people don't want the best for you. Some people want you to be suffering in the same position as them, right? And I just can't afford to do that. I can't afford to lose myself. I'm here for a reason. We're here for a reason, right? Um, I don't know. I just see a lot of videos going around. People saying that they feel alone, they feel familyless, they feel cousinless, and it's me too. I'm going through the same thing. But guess what? I get up every morning. I pray 5 times a day during the day, and I thank Allah. And when you thank Allah, nobody's power, no matter whose power it is stronger than His. And always remember what you're going through is good. What you're going through at the moment is good. Probably not for the heart, but for the mind. Isolation is real because when you isolate yourself, you get more things done. You tend to succeed better. You tend to focus on yourself better, right? Lately, I've barely been wearing makeup. I've been drinking a gallon of water a day. I've been vegetarian for years. I've been getting to know Allah more. I've been able to cry to God without going to having to cry on somebody else. I've been able to look at myself as I am, I will, and I can. Right? So always look at yourself as I will, I am, and I can. Because you can. You can do it. Any one of you can do whatever you put your mind to. Right? May Allah bless all of you guys. May Allah walk with all of you guys. May He answer you guys' good deeds. May He remove any evil eye around all of you guys. Ameen. Always remember, He's the most gracious, He's the most merciful. Peace.